All right, hey guys. Let me. Oh, the music's probably way too quiet. There we go. Nope. Okay, there we go. Scene switcher wasn't working. We have made some progress since yesterday. I actually did things. First off, I had to go in the bug that we discovered yesterday. I had to go and change a bunch of sprites. I got to change a lot more sprites still with some of the attachments, but I'll get to those as I get there. But you can see the weapon, the gun is redrawn correctly. Everything's all good there. Neat part is now if I go to the weapon mod bench, click it. Right now they're all in a mess. Unfortunately, I think I gotta make a I gotta figure out how to get this to work. But for the time being, at least, you can see all these pieces are there. So now, like, if I equip it now, you'll see it's literally only like a magazine in the gun itself. And then, oh, yep, remove that. Oh, that's a bug still I got to deal with. Remove that. Cool. You can see all the components in my inventory. And like we can put on that stock, a magazine, a handguard, a grip, barrel. And we go and equip that bad boy again. Everything is good. So we need to tackle how I'm gonna have this gun display in these buttons, because right now that's no bueno. It's just not gonna work. It's gonna be way too big. I don't know how I want to go about doing it. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't even know what it looks like right now, to be completely honest. We'll have to cross that bridge when it comes. That's kind of where we're at right now. So what I want to do is pull up code. Let's put Unity over here. Reattach this doc so you guys can see that now. So what's happening right now is, in this mess of code, we're setting the local position, which I don't know if that's gonna work. So the sprite is an image. So I wonder if I actually oh, where do I do all of this crap? I wonder if pixel adjust point, what is that? So I can find rect transform utility pixel adjust point. Convert a given point in screen space to a pixel correct point. That's a thing? Also, how do I have a weapon component prefab? Wait, it's just not. Okay, whatever. No, this isn't the prefab. Unless... Bullet spawn, all the sprites. Okay, that works. Protection component is also not an actual... Reattach that. I don't know why that was the case. Protection component there. Should be still fine to interact with things. Yeah, we're good there. Okay. Okay, so make sure that didn't break anything. Yeah, everything's fine there. Okay, so let's head back over here. Where in the weapon bench menu. Open the prefab, thank you. Weapon barrel. Okay, so what do these things have access to? It does have a transform. Let's see if that because originally I was doing what? Handsprite.transform.local position. Oh, this is a transform.position. So it's going to be the same thing ultimately. I think. Or it's going to be like way off base. Or it's going to do absolutely nothing. I think I got to get access to that rect transform. But like if I do dot get component rect transform dot transform dot local position. Kind of an ugly way to do it, but it works for now. Come on, come on, come on. I'm doing this to the barrel, right? No, I'm doing it to the handguard. Okay. The handguard's position didn't change at all. Maybe I should do, you know, okay, let's get rid of, okay, actually, let's do this with the stock, because the stock I know actually has a position. No, they all have position set. They have to, because otherwise this wouldn't work. Also, I gotta lower that. Okay. So it's not the rect transform. Though I'm gonna do it on the stock just because. I just want to see what that, because the stock I know has a. I need to find a place that I like my. Also, my webcam is like not where I like it anymore. There we go. I feel a little dark. I might close the shades and see if that helps a bit. Okay, that actually did do something. I'm gonna remove all the other components off the gun so I can actually see what I'm doing. There's the barrel, the grip, the handguard, magazine. Yeah, let's leave the stock on there. Yeah, so it's not moving it the way I would like it to. Our rect equals rect transform. That's what I'm doing. Oh, maybe I don't need to do that. Okay, let's try that. Huh, okay. Let's make sure I'm getting like any sort of data. Yeah, it's not it's not setting anything. I'd be happy if at least even gave me a number here, but nothing is doing that for me. Okay. Attach and rerun. I want to so we can see what's happening in here. Close these blinds too. It's You guys see me better? Oh, it's still a little dark. Let me flip the light on. There we go. Don't need that. Let's click this bad boy. Okay. So it's setting the local position. But then what does that mean? This is why I know it's going to have to be substantially a different thing, but does that like move it at all? Yeah, come out right from that anchor position equals select. So it literally did not move it. Why, oh why? Property and returns a copy. Okay, so anchored position is a vector 2. Position offset is a vector 3. I don't know if that necessarily is going to fix it, but worth a shot. I just want to see it move. That's like literally all I'm asking for right here. I don't need this breakpoint anymore. Anchored position is going to do, yep, whatever. I don't actually need this breakpoint. Yeah, it didn't move you. Because that doesn't do, wait, what? Weird. Why is that not moving you in the... Especially weird that this isn't even updating here. Maybe it is. I was viewing from the wrong. I got rid of you. Okay, so that is moving it. Okay, now can I... I don't think I need to do... I think that's fine. In this case, we're going to have to add an entirely new property to this thing to get this to work. Yeah, that sets it just fine. Fortunately, it seems like this will be a lot easier to line up, but yeah, I'm a little frustrated. I'm going to have to make it entirely different. Okay then, so... Inventory item attachment. No, I need an item attachment. Position offset. Honestly, this could be a vector 2 as well. Not sure if that's going to break anything, but we'll... I don't see why it should. If anything, it'll clean this up since I don't need that third thing in there. So basically what we're going to do. Tooltip, offset for UI display. Offset for character display. Okay, so in this instance, if I remember right, I think it was -75 and like 0.1. -75 and 0.1. Actually, let's just run this. Well, I'll put it in here anyway, but we'll try these numbers again because they seem weird to me now. Oh, that's it. That's just weird. Okay. Then I can go in here and change this to UI position offset. We can delete all of this stuff. And that stock should just drop into place now correctly. And the stock lines right up. Cool. So basically now we got to go through it. And all these attachments, that's another freaking position that we got to line up now to get correct. Bench menu. Weapon bench menu. Oh, okay, we're there. Oh, I am in the... There we go. Oh, JK 47. Hide all these guys and do them one at a time. So for example, the stock, we're going to reactivate that. We're going to make it the we'll just look for specifically this weapon. And put a dash in it. Okay. Oh, this is JK stock. Okay, because I named it weird. Okay, so you're going to be -75 and 0.1. Which that lines up about as well as you're going to get. Oh, it's 0 and it lines up. Good to know. Okay. I'm going to pull this window off screen so you guys aren't necessarily going to be able to see it. My apologies. 0, 0, 0. I thought that 0.1 was a little weird. Okay. So then let's go ahead and let's grab the barrel to activate this guy. Your sprite's gonna be the... I only got one barrel so far. You. Barrel. You're gonna kind of slot right into here. And these numbers should be apparent, like relatively round, I guess. Okay, 90 is too far. 89, 88, 87, 0.5. Oh no, that's wrong. So. 0.25. Weird. You don't actually line up correctly. Like there's a weird gap. Oh, you know what? This is probably because this one is like, annoyingly, this one's like 2 pixels longer, and that shouldn't have anything to do with it. Yeah, why do you not like... I wonder if it's got to do with the... It's like, okay, so if I open up a sprite, for example, and I pull up that barrel, it's 18 by 16. Okay, that didn't do anything. Oh. No filter. Clamp point no filter. Clamp point no filter. Okay, yeah, so they're identical. It seems good there. I just don't understand. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's save this out as like a full. Yeah, it doesn't line up like in any way, shape, or form. And that's so wild. Oh. Okay. 93.5. 0.75. There we go. .5. Okay. All right, well, we figured that out. God, that was weird. Okay, so the stock so the barrel, the one we got right here, the UI offset is going to be 93.75, and oh, I understand. It's this image had to be bigger to support it. Okay. Like the stock, for example. Set native size. Weapon. Native size. Okay, so all that stuff's good. Let's go ahead and do the handguard now. That's actually probably something I'll have to set in code. Do the set native size. So what are we looking for? The handguard. Type simple. Weapon is gonna be simple. Sliced. Okay, what happens if I set this to sliced? Image doesn't have a border. Simple. Okay. All right, we'll just have to programmatically set those settings. So this is gonna be simple size. That looks like that's slotted in real nicely. That's going to be 62.5 and 12.5 again. Are those settings there when I... Okay, no, they're not there. So that's something I'm going to have to set. Okay. Let's see, what do we got now? The grip. Let's do the grip. Simple, set native size. I just move the background. Okay. This is the part that made me like really frustrated when I was working on this, is doing all this stuff that's just straight up busy work annoyingly. 31.5. 0.25. There we go. 31.5. 31 flat. Flat. Okay, so this grip is going to be 62.5 and negative, sorry, that's completely wrong. Negative 31.25 and then Negative 31. And then finally, the magazine. Five. E5. Looks about right. Okay. The magazine. $25. Oops. 25 and negative 25. Hey, Blue Light, how's it going? Gotta love setting up like pixel perfect alignment for UI menus so the stuff can work correctly. But now I got all that set, I should be able to let's get rid of that. Rid of that. The grip can be gone. And guard can be gone. Barrel can be gone. Weapon can be gone, and then we can reset all the actually it's fine, they can all be random like that because the code will dynamically do it. So I'm doing pretty good. I finally got the weapon modding stuff working, which was kind of like one of the bigger tasks that I still had left to do on the migration. And this code is disgusting, but it works. I'll probably come back and clean it up at some point, but right now is not the time to clean it up. Select attachment. Yeah, it's just the worst part now is the fact that like all of the items and stuff, I need to go and like manually line them up on the screen so that way I can note their positions and store them into the data so that way when I load that specific sprite, I know where to put it. And annoyingly, it was a little bit harder to do here than it was in Godot. Like how Godot handled a couple like manipulation of sprites. Actually had a really slick way to do it, and I have to do it kind of like a little bit more annoying here, but okay, so basically I need to do, so instead of all this garbage, or instead of this nice code, I have to do this garbage right now where I'm doing a get component dot rect transform dot anchored position equals all that, and then barrel sprite dot what was it called, just to make sure these things are all, throw a weapon in here so I can remember what these things were called. Dot type equals image dot type dot simple. There we go. And then I don't know. Set native size. Okay. I'm just going to manually do that every single time because some of these sprites were a little funky. I had to click it every time. Whatever. We'll do it that way. I don't know what it does. Like basically, I can copy this stuff now. Honestly, too, I don't even know if I necessarily can clean this up. I might just have to do this, like, get component in line here, because otherwise it's just extra stuff I'm stashing at the beginning anyway. So, like, whatever. Probably just overthinking it. Oh, shoot. Because this has got to be Rip Sprite. That would have been a funny mistake. I just forgot to do it up here. And I like how I just did it wrong. And then this has got to be the UI position offset. Oh. Ooh, I am sorry. That came out of nowhere. If this works though, that means it's done, because the rest of the stuff that I have to do for it is just data, and I got to make the menu actually like look nice. Barrel, attach that grip. Oh, look at it go. Aw, yeah. Oh, there's a slight bug in there. If I swap the if I equip one and there's one already equipped, it like I lose it. But then now when I equip this bad boy, that oh well. Somebody's position got messed up in the weapon component, but that's no big deal. Oh yeah, the little clicky sounds are from I want to say they're Kenny assets. I can't remember offhand, but I think I got them from a pack from Kenny. All right, let's look at why my weapon component broke there. Forgot about that. Don't worry about that. Just that is some code. That is some code that has existed. Oops. If is flipped and is, or is flipped and not is flipped, but both these is flipped are different variables. Okay. Stock magazine grip, handguard barrel. I wonder if I just need to. I had to zoom out. Okay, what was it that was messed up the barrel? Okay, so then window. Tools, there it is. The current barrel's position is 375.02. Yeah, that's clearly not correct. You need to be, I'm gonna. .5, like 0.5 is wrong. 0.75, nope. 0.7, 0.65. This is what I was saying about it. Was like the worst part. 6.9, so 0.685 maybe. Nope. Games, like, yeah, they just line up in the most weird, and it's still not quite perfect. Keep adding 5s until it lines up. Actually, that looks like it lined up pretty well. So put this on the position offset for the barrel, and then this. I don't actually care what these numbers are because I just store them in. Yeah, I just store them in this thing, and then I never see them again. Get out of here. Okay, yep, so everything's equipping correctly there. If I come in, oh, gotta unequip. And here, grab this guy. I can now take, like, the barrel off and the stock off. And if I equip it, it's missing the barrel and the stock. Cool. Yeah, we'll have to make that window prettier, but it works. Oh, it's still a weird bug in my UI. Or I'm hitting the wrong freaking button. That's... Cool. Alright, so let's... I had to swap the weapon component out earlier, so let's go ahead and make sure that's not in a dumb spot. Which is always fun, because I dynamically create the sprite render on the player. So... I need to add a... I need to temporarily add a sprite renderer. Just so on the weapon component. I'm pretty sure that ends up being like half the size too. Yeah, these are like 0.5 and 0.5. So as long as the sprite is about right there. Well, let's make it a round number while we're at it. Seems good. Let's save that off, and then let's get rid of the... No worries, man. I definitely understand the in-laws being around. And then let's get rid of the sprite renderer on that guy. Run this. I didn't even realize in-laws picking up kids. Oh, duh. Leave for a conference. That means you're out of town. So you got people. Oh, see, it seems like a win because then you don't have to deal with kids. Man, my hair, I'm seeing now, my hair is like far back. This is not a flattering camera angle for me. Attach that. Yep, that's in a pretty good spot. I think I can shoot indefinitely too. I don't know if I got ammo actually like as a thing. Oh yeah, right here. Magazine count 0. That's the thing now, is the weapon mod system actually technically is only partially done. I can actually change the attachments on the gun. Now I have to actually make them mean something in the when it's on the gun. But I think I can at least call that a branch. So before I continue on, because I made a lot of changes. Oh man, there was like 61 files got touched in this. I'm gonna go ahead and PR these changes, and then I'm gonna make a new branch. Oh, I didn't. That's the okay. I used the wrong slash. 10 underscore and mod bench. Create the branch. Add over. Weapon or bin mod bench. UI at that. Publish that. We'll go ahead and PR this in. Showing 61 change files with 4,411 additions and 906 deletions. Fortunately, most of this stuff I can kind of ignore, but I'm also not going to code review this. It's fine. I created a menu for, I mean, granted the system itself is pretty heavy, but I don't need to code review it yet because I'm not afraid of it breaking anything else. Everything in the game is kind of still separate parts and they haven't all been like combined in yet. So, yeah, I mean, there's a handful of things now that I have to take care of because in the weapon mod bench, if I remove a magazine, I need to have it check how much ammo is in the mag and also add that to the inventory. So there's a couple like minor things I have to do, but like ammunition itself isn't even in the game yet, so I can't really do anything with it yet. Oh, actually, I never merged in. I never went back to main and pulled this. There we go. I could condense this down to a most of it down. I might pull that out because I wrote it like a bunch of times. This whole script is a little funky. And I had to write a whole utility script to convert an item into an inventory item because of the fact that to make that weapon bench work, there's the button. I'm using my hands down here. You can't even see them. To make, you know, because modular pieces and stuff. It would load. So when I click like a thing right here, this guy right here is a button, but it's the exact same kind of button as the stuff that appears in these content windows, which means it's an inventory item. And the problem was I had this disconnect where these want inventory items. This thing wanted an inventory item. This thing has a reference to an actual item. Like it doesn't, like this gun doesn't have a reference to a handguard inventory item object. It has a reference to a handguard object. So I had to, so at first I was like, oh, I'll just make this guy hold an item instead of an inventory item. Everything's good. Except then I was like, oh, but these inventory this stuff is looking for an inventory item, not a, not an item. So ultimately what I ended up deciding to do was just make, because I figured this might be something I run into in the future anyway. So instead of just doing something specific in there, I just made a utilities class that's going to kind of just have general random functions that I might just need. So I made it global essentially. So now here I was able to, you know, when I click this button or when I make this, load this in, I send the button or I send the item to this guy, turn it into an inventory item attachment, because all it needs is the generic class anyway. And like even the specifically like the barrel, for example, or like all of these attachments don't need anything beyond this. Like I think like or like, yeah, the inventory items themselves don't have anything. I think we might have an issue in, say, actually, no, it won't run into an issue because like a barrel, for example, like the secondary attachments and stuff like that, like the true attachments instead of just weapon parts, like say like a scope, or actually in a better example would be a muzzle. I won't be able to have, you can't have a muzzle attached to a barrel in the inventory. Be two separate pieces. So I don't have to worry about like storing all that stuff. So it actually kind of works out. And eventually this might get expanded out, but for now it's literally just using attachments for now. But I got a little message in here in case I try to use it later and pass it something that doesn't work, so that way I'll get like a warning in the editor saying, hey, this isn't doing anything. All right, so What I do need now is yeah, I figure out how I want to do the item description box doohickey, because well, I guess it's fine if it covers up stuff over here. Okay, so let's go back to the weapon bench menu. I believe okay, the item description does exist already. I guess in my inventory, I kind of have them it just appears in a spot. I don't have it like dynamic yet. I might not worry about it being dynamic for the time being. Yeah, eventually I want to change it to be dynamic, but that becomes a whole thing. Okay, so if I open up my inventory menu, how did I do this? Hover enter. Oh, I just set it up and okay, cool. Draw weapon, select attachment, remove attachment, attachment selection. I don't like what this is called. Okay, so we're gonna make that attach attachment. And then I gotta do a couple, okay. Weapon list dot on item hover enter plus equal inventory item or inventory item button on hover enter. That's on item hover exit. It's gonna be plus equal inventory exit. And this is gonna be the attachment list. And then focus attachment dot on item hover enter. Gotta do one more. Move all that stuff to the bottom. Line 78. In what? Open bench menu. Oh, line 56. Oh, right there. Looking at the wrong one. Oh yeah, I gotta put that in the right spot. For the time being, we'll put it right down there. That'll be more dynamic in the future, but hey, it's only 3:30. Only been at this an hour and a half. I've been a productive boy today. Oh, I don't care. Yeah, blue light. I saw the friend request now. I'm on Discord. I gotta close this. Get too distracted. I saw it pop up on my phone was the thing. All right, so that is... Oh, yeah. So what had happened was I was getting sick of bots, right? I had a couple like random bots that like messaged me and stuff. And so I closed off my DMs and then was like, oh, that's going to close off a lot of stuff. And then I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm trying to make a community, thing here and stuff like that. And as a streamer, I was like, maybe I should lock that down just to not have, people randomly messaging me and stuff. Because especially since that Discord right now is technically my personal Discord, I'm going to eventually make like 2 different Discords to keep my personal one and then make like a studio one. And that way I can more like, Yeah, I can tailor my friends. Originally, I was like, for the most, I've had a couple people that were like, oh, I'm gonna keep my friends list down to like only people that I know and everything and stuff like that. Which I might change my mind on them and stuff, because yeah, I think there's gonna be certain people that I got to feel like I can trust enough that I'll add it to as like a friend on there. But for the most part, it's probably just gonna be like only people I actually know. But yeah, we'll see. I say all that and I'll also probably forget. But like, I give a pass for you because like I literally have played games with you, so i.e. your game. But like we've hung out on Discord, so that's more than just a rando person. Which, oh, speaking of which, is there any updates on a playtest coming in the future? I think you said something the other day. I don't remember. I know you uploaded the video and I like started to watch it and then got distracted by a meeting at work and then or got a call at work and then I don't think I ever went back and finished watching it. Yeah, this thing's getting close to having a playtest for you guys. The migration to Unity definitely set that back, but I think in the long run, this is gonna help a ton because like, I mean, you think about the amount that I've gotten done in like the last month in Unity, and that says something considering I hadn't used Unity in like a long, like years, like probably 5 or 6 years I hadn't used Unity, and I was able to just jump right back in, be functioning, be working. The engine made sense like right away. It's a language I am comfortable with, so I think in the long run switching back to Unity was probably going to be a good thing. But man, it sucked rewriting everything. Okay, so what do I want to do now? I got to figure out the ammo situation. I gotta figure out the ammo situation. Actually, you know what? Let's figure out the random lootable situation, because then I can actually like grab items in game and not have to manually like. I don't have to manually add them in when I need them. Because the other thing, because let's see, the other thing I gotta figure out is how I want to do my database, because the problem is right now. Is I've got this object right here, and every time I add an item, I have to remember to add it to this list. It's a terrible way to do it. I don't want to do it this way. Because then I think what happens is, God, I don't even remember why I did this. I've got this manager. Inside the manager, there's this item database manager. What do I even do in this thing? Item database manager takes in the database item, and then it's adding item database items. What's my item database? Okay, I think the entire purpose of this thing was for my save load system, I think. I think that's what I was doing with this. So like when I go and load something, like if I add, say, a weapon, I create a new weapon inventory object. Converts from dictionary, or weapon.convert dictionary line. Oh yeah, see, okay, so what I do here is it literally that database is entirely for searching items, because what I do is I grab the item database and I search for it by sending it the ID, and then it gives me back the scriptable object of the stuff. I don't know if this is a good way to do it, because it seems like a lot of work for something super dumb, but I didn't really know a better. I kind of just did it this way because this was the way that my save system was working in Godot. So instead of rewriting an entire new save system, I kind of just forced it to work the way I wanted to. But like the resources in Godot, I was able to just reference their actual, like I just saved their physical path to the resource and was able to load that, and everything was fine. I couldn't do that here. Unless there is a way to like search for scriptable objects. I don't know. It's probably fine. I can probably just leave it. It works. It sounds like a problem for later. Okay, so I need... Yeah, I think I want to do the lootable, the random lootable items, because I need a way to have the ability to do things. So, which actually I think is where this utilities class is going to come into play, because I can make loot tables that are references to those scriptable objects, and then I can turn those scriptable objects into inventory items. And I'll have to actually... I have to write this out, but not a huge deal. Okay, do I have, what is my status on lootable objects? Those are items, common, interactables. I got lootable. I'll have random lootable though. What is this in? Common. Those are scriptable objects, that's why. Textures, let's get out of here. All right, scripts, common, lootable. Great. Okay, so lootable. Attach over there. Oh, that's not what I wanted it to do. There we go. And what's my random lootable look like? Or, yeah. My random lootable not gonna look like anything. So it's gonna be an extension of lootable. And then protected void start. Oh yeah, and this is gonna have to be a new. Do that. Don't need this. So for now, I think I'm just gonna have a list. Public list of item. Drop table. We'll have to implement like a proper drop table at some point. Non-generic type list cannot be used with type argument. What? Oh. And then let's do for int I 0 I less than num drops I plus plus. Yeah, I know that doesn't exist yet. Put that up there. That's not where you go. Private members go under public members, and it's a private, so put an underscore in front of that. You would think that visual since the conventions for C# is private variables are underscored, you'd think that their editor would like auto do that. I guess I could make this a read only. Pull num drops up to lootable, pull members up to... Oh, that's cool. And we'll say like 10. And I can do a... So it's going to be inventory component dot add to inventory. Utilities dot convert item to inventory item. Drop table. Drop table dot count -1. So I'll grab a random item out of the drop table, convert it to an inventory item. Add it to the inventory. What's going to be screwy? There'll be a couple things that are screwy. One, durability on guns and armor. I'm going to have to figure out how to handle those things. Two, I gotta set the ammo in the gun, because there's got to be a default, like a default chambered ammo. Which honestly, that should be easy to do, because every single ammo type has, like, you know, there's like an extra damage one, an extra armor piercing one, there's like a quiet one and stuff like that. There's always just like a regular one, so I could always just probably make the regular one the default. I probably could do the... trying to think ahead here. I don't want to turn this into specifically an item spawner, except actually it could be. 100% could be, because that's essentially what I'm doing already on the other thing. Is I'm creating the attachment, and then it's I don't foresee an instance where I would ever have to. Honestly, I think that instance of that one menu is probably the only time that I'd really be using this item to inventory item system outside of like spawning items. So I'm probably safe to just do it here. And what I don't remember is create empty random lootable. Okay, so that stuff carries over. Yeah, even a rudimentary version of a loot system is gonna be beneficial to me, just because I can just drag and drop items into this thing and have them spawn in for me instead of having to. Because what I've been doing right now is literally going into my database, checking, looking up item IDs, then going into my save file and manually creating like the dictionary entry, so that way the item would like spawn in my inventory, and it's been a pain. Okay, so you are going to need a sprite renderer. You need a rigid body 2D. And you need a collider 2D, a box collider probably for this guy. I can add random lootable. Bring you to the top. Loot box. And then we'll probably just use the it's called loot a loot box. Jeez. I guess we'll use that one. Drag you up here for now. The box collider, we gotta edit you. I don't know why you're always so tiny. Actually, I can grab the stash. Copy. There we go. Oh, you can't be a thing. There we go. Now, eventually this will be replaced with like an actual reference to an actual drop table. What I can do here is just to make sure this works, let's do attachments only. So these are gonna be prefabs. Components, common, characters, scriptable objects. That's where they're gonna be. Okay. Attachments. Stocks. Let's go with this random lootable. Stock. Drop you in there. Now, if I'm a good coder, this should work immediately. Like I should interact with that thing. It'll just pop up a window and there's just going to be like, I don't know, I set it to like 10. There should be 10 random stocks in this chest. I'm a coding genius. Except they're all the same one. That's besides the point. It worked. Mostly. Indexing can be simplified. What? You gonna drop a knowledge bomb on me? Wait, what's that do? What? I've never seen that syntax before. I gotta look this up. I've never seen the syntax before. What is array? It's the same as length minus 1. That is cool. I've never seen that syntax. Yeah, I'm gonna label these 1, 2, and 3 just so I can. Oops. 1. 2. 3. I just want to make sure these are all like. Hi, boys. Put 2 of the 3 cats in here. Okay, so it's coming in as all 3. Oh, duh. Random dot range 0 to Drop table, dot length, count. What's random in C sharp? New, wait, random dot range. Yeah. Oh, I have to like. Oh, that's right. The C sharp one's dumb. Unity engine dot. Because I'm using dope calls. Come on, get back on there. Okay. So I don't think I need system. Which means I can get rid of this. Okay, there we go. Hendrix, down. Hold on. Got Warhammer minis out on a table because I'm in the middle of painting and my cat was just up on it messing with it. What time are we looking at here? 4 o'clock? All right, we got another hour. That's 3 and there's a 2. Yeah, so that should work. Looks like I just got unlucky on getting all 3. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now I'm kind of concerned if it's. Okay, so there's no way that it's failing that many times. Yeah, random nut range. Hold on. Both the lower and upper bounds are inclusive. So my count is 3. So I should be getting 0, 1, or 2. Yeah, am I just getting super unlucky on the... Yeah, I'm getting super... I like, what? Did I just forget to add it? JK stock standard 1, 2, and 3. Oh, that's correct. How am I just getting so insanely unlucky? Weapon bench menu, setup handler. Wait, hold on. Object reference not to set of weapon bench menu. What is broken on the weapon bench menu? Hold on, I'm... Set up handlers, yeah. Weapon list, on item clicked, select weapon. Seems to be working. I need to know why it's not. Oh. Because it lied to me. Random nut range. It literally says up here. Okay, actually, hold on. I'm gonna pull this over. This is some BS. So up here, it literally says inclusive, inclusive. But then literally down here, Oh, float range is inclusive. Int range is exclusive. Whatever. That's weird. So this needs to be like that. It's an integer. It's exclusive. That's dumb. Their documentation is dumb. Everything's dumb. It's all dumb. Bet you it works now. There we go. Now we got all three popping in here. God, that was... Oh, God, I'm losing my hair. All right. Okay, so we got a lootable thing. I might technically make these different. I'm gonna make these different things just so I don't confuse myself later. How do I want to do this? Yeah, I need a way to like... whatever. Okay. They're going to random lootable now. And I add, say, the JK to it. It's not going to know what to do with this. And it should throw a little error at the bottom of the screen when I run this. If it hits them. It'll say a warning saying conversion for type not... Yeah, see, conversion for weapon not supported. Engine debug.log log warning. That tells me where. And this is where it's going to get hairy because of hang on. Cat's doing something. All right. I was thinking about it. In a sense, ooh, I am clipping. Jesus. Let me turn me down just a little bit. Oh, that also clipped. Let's do that. I think that should work. Yeah, there we go. So I was doing some thinking and I realized it might be a design reason for why the integer one is exclusive and not inclusive, because a lot of people do a random grab out of an array, and if you make the integer one exclusive, that means they don't have to do the -1 thing. So that's probably why probably why that exists. Little frustrating. It caught me off guard, but I guess I can see the reasoning behind it. Okay, so for the sake of things, keeping things separate, I've got this utilities class. I think I'm gonna make just an item spawner class. That way it's very clear that there's a difference. I'm gonna copy exactly this as is. They'll probably have a lot of overlap, but like the difference is gonna specifically handle spawning stuff. So if I go into my scripts, utilities, I'm going to create a new behavior script, and this is just going to be called item spawner. Grab all this stuff and get out of here. Spawner, drop this noise in. You're gonna be a public static class. Spawn. Be attachment. Spawner helper methods. Now in the case of item type, weapon, inventory item equals attachment or weapon item. Break. So there's going to be a weird, the weapon one's going to be interesting. There's going to be return new I think it makes sense to have I think it makes sense to just have default like attachments. It'll make this thing so much easier. Do something like that, and then, or no, so it's gonna be item weapon equals item weapon item. So that way it's, you know, it's cast to that. A little bit of white space in there. Come on. Now what's going to happen is item.cs. Close other tabs. For item CS. Okay. Oh, scripts. Characters common. Close out everything. Items. The data. So in this instance, it's going to be a item weapon and an inventory item weapon. We gotta go through the inventory item stuff. So first off, the M equals weapon, quantity equals 1. Ammo count is going to equal 0. Durability is going to equal a random dot range of 50 F and 75 F. Do I need system here? Durability is an int? Why? Oh, that's wrong. Okay, so clearly I don't need system in here. I'd like to avoid using system and Unity engine because I know there's a couple things that overlap, but my viewers just shot up. Did I get rated? No, I didn't get rated. Oh, well. I just happened to look up and saw there was a lot more people than there was before. How you guys doing? Welcome, welcome. If you feel like lurking, you can lurk. I will not be offended. It's probably safe to let's just set everything the way it should be. Because then what we're gonna want to do here now is probably set up some defaults. That probably makes the most sense to set up some defaults in an item weapon. So let's do the public item attachment barrel. Was that the first one that was on the list? I'll drag this over here so I can see what's happening here. Default barrel. After the barrel is a handguard. Handguard. Magazine. Maybe in the future we can randomize some of this stuff, but I'd have to set up like loot tables and or drop tables for all that stuff, and it just isn't. I don't want to do that right now. I care more about the functionality than anything else. Because I'm not intending to do all that stuff right now. I just need this to work. What's the last one I was working on? Stock. Item ammunition. Default ammunition. If I can spell. All right. So that should be all the defaults then set up. So now I can go back over here. Let me drag this bad boy back over here so I can see what I'm dealing with here. Barrel equals weapon.default barrel. Handguard. Weapon.default handguard. They're gonna have to be some checks in the future because yeah, I'll have to split this out and probably do like a long check of if the weapon has the thing. Yeah, this will definitely have to get written out way more than what I'm doing right now. I'm just writing it out to work under the one specific gun I have working currently. And then the stock is going to equal the default stock. So that should be everything I need there. So now if I go back over here, I need to pull up this guy now because now I need to set these defaults. I have no ammunition set up yet. Interesting. Okay. That should be fine. I don't need to set that because none of that stuff is set up in the first place. So all I really care about now is okay, so this thing's got a bunch of stuff attached to it. So I'm gonna unattach all these guys. And now we're gonna hope a weapon spawns in here. And it didn't. Oh, there's a bug in there right now. Like, can I really open up the inventory with the E? That shouldn't be the case. Inventory item button clone. Loop menu clone. I don't know why that's not handling that correctly. I'll fix that later. Hold on, there's a lot of errors that are popping up. Maybe that's my issue. Also, the scene's not saved. Kill that. Save the scene. And let's examine some of these errors. Oh! For starters, I know why. For starters, the random lootable is not using the right thing. Spawner dot spawn. That'll be the first problem. Let's clear all that out. You may not pass options or persist. Okay, so I'm still gonna null reference in the bench menu. That's fine, whatever. Okay, we got some guns in here. I'm gonna loot one of these, exit out. That should save. And if I come in here now, I should have. I've got a gun that's all nulls. Another gun that's all nulls. Why did those not get set? Okay, something's really, really broken now. Oh, I really broke something with the menu. Jeez. Inventory item button CS42. I really made it angry. Yeah, that's causing it all sorts of things to like not be happy. US, okay, so weapon bench menu 41. 41 cannot find its weapon list. That shouldn't, the menu doesn't exist. How am I even hitting that? That shouldn't even be running yet because I don't have any menus created. I have to actually create the menu. What? Okay, that explains the problem. Kinda. There's some sort of disconnect between Visual Studio and that was. You shouldn't be creating anything. That's the problem. All right. Well, shoot. On that note, it is 4:30. We got to get going. I will be back again on Friday. I might have to just change my stream to 4:30s because I feel like I can never actually make it to 5 anymore. I've always got stuff going on that makes me leave early. But yeah, I'll be back on Friday, same time. If you're new here and if you haven't chatted or anything yet, don't feel bad about it. But definitely, if you can, hit the follow, go follow the social medias, all that fun stuff. My schedule normally is Tuesday, Wednesdays, Friday, 2 to 5. There's been stuff keeping me from doing all the way to 5 sometimes. But yeah, so you guys have a good rest of your night. And I was gonna say see you tomorrow, not see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. I'll see you guys Friday. Have a good one.